The time is now 5:19 on a Monday morning. I just got pretty busy, especially at the end here. I've got $300 on, and I don't really feel like working anymore. Every time I fell asleep, I'd get a call. Every time I'd want to watch something on my phone, I'd get a call. Kept getting interrupted by these damn calls. And it was always annoying calls too. I don't know what's happening. That job isn't a lot of fun anymore. It's become annoying. If I could afford it, I would retire right now. Imagine how fed up I'll be when I'm 65. Yeah. One after another, after another. People going to get drugs, people going from one homeless shelter to another homeless shelter. Early on in the night, it was taking people home from Walmart. We bought a lot of junk. Yeah, not much else to say this morning except that I'm tired and sick of it. Be back for 4 more nights in a row. Let's try this again, shall we? I'm on my way back into town after washing the car, and I had a good night. I did $345 worth of business. I was busy. Every time I had a chance to take a break, I'd get another call, and sometimes I would get 3 or 4 calls in a row and then get a chance to take a break for a few minutes. I was actually cursing every time I'd get a call because I was just nonstop, just driving all night, driving. I wanted to take a break. I did manage to watch a couple of videos, yeah, but I would have liked some more downtime so I could sleep and rest up. Because naturally during the daytime I don't get enough sleep. So today is the 29th? No, the 30th. The 30th already. 30th of March. And the government closed down the restaurants. You can't go into a restaurant and have a meal anymore. You can't go into a pub and have a beer or a bite to eat. You can't go into a bar and have a drink. There's no sit down, there's no seating in any eating or drinking establishment. The only way is takeout or drive-through. Or you can use one of these services that delivers your food to you, with the driver who delivers it to your door. That's the only way now. You can't go dining out. I had some restaurant staff in the car, and they were not at all happy with the situation. They were actually quite distressed because there hasn't been transmission of COVID in restaurants. Oh, but the government, in their infinite wisdom, a year later, decided to close down all the restaurants for 3 weeks, until April the 19th, and then they will review. And chances are they will review it's doing good. We better keep taking precautions. keep taking precautions like this. Yeah, I wanted to accelerate away from a dead stop and see what happened. This was another night that started out busy. 3 trips back to back immediately. Then I waited about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes for the next one. Then after that, it got busy again. And I had one fare, which was really strange. I was sent to a pizzeria to pick up these 2 guys. And they were eating pizza outside of the pizzeria, and they had a bunch of stuff that they put in the trunk. And they said they were going to a homeless shelter. And so we went to the homeless shelter, and one of the guys talked to somebody who was there. And then after a while, he got back in the car, and we sat and waited. He said, "Could you park the car back there?" And yeah, okay, so I parked the car back there. And we waited and waited and waited. I'm tired. Then one of the guys was recognized by someone who worked at the homeless shelter. And so he said, "I'm not allowed on this property. Can we go across the street and wait there?" So we waited across the street. And immediately when we started out, the guy gave me a $20 bill. And when it reached $20, he gave me another $20 bill. Then when it reached $40, he gave me another $20 bill. And we were there until it was over $60. And the guy went out every so often and looked for someone coming out of the building. And eventually he got what he wanted, but it took like an hour and 20 minutes. So I was just paid to sit there. And then the last fare was, we went from there to a convenience store where they paid me, or where I was paid, and they got out. It was like $65 on the meter. The guy gave me $70. Oh, I got an itchy back. Oh. And then I came back to this spot right here where I like to sit. I grabbed the Wi-Fi from in this building and watched stuff on my phone. And I got immediately, I wasn't here for more than 5 minutes. I got sent on another trip, and this one went out to Langford. And by the time I cleared from that, the time was around midnight, and I had $200 on. Now it's 5:37, and I have $300 on. My shift ends in, 23 minutes. Maybe I'll just sit here and not get any calls, which is par for the course, because the last 3 hours I was doing one trip an hour and falling asleep in between them. Maybe I'll fall asleep again now. Yeah, that sounds good. 2 more nights to go. This was the Tuesday. This night was a little more relaxed than the last 3 before that. I think we need some light. There we are. It was a little more relaxed, but I still did over 300. And the reason I did over 300 was I had my customer who likes to spend big. Maybe you remember me talking about him. I described him as the guy who throws his money around. Well, I got sent, he called me while I was driving. And then when I was not driving, I had an opportunity to call him back, and he said he wanted me to come and get him. So I went and got him, and he said, he asked me if I'd seen inside his house yet. I said, no, I haven't, because he had built a new house last year, and it's a nice big house, and he's got all kinds of fancy toys and lots of money and so on and so on. He showed me his bikes and his house and his car and all the rooms he's got in his big ass TV, and yeah, whatever. But he paid me $100 for a $27 fare. So okay, I could come in and look at his house for a while. We hung out for half an hour, and then I left. And while I was there, my regular customer called, and she wanted a cab, but I said, no, I'm sorry, I'm busy with this guy. She said, okay, I'll call another one. Anyway, that worked out. So for the whole night, yeah, I did over 300, because some parts of it I wasn't that busy, but I had longer fares. I mean, the first two fares were $20 and $30, and then I had another $20 fare after that. So a couple more, and paid for my lease. Yeah. Well, the night's over. That was the end of the Wednesday night. I have one more night to go. And that's it for my week. Yeah. I'm kind of excited about one thing. My biggest video, or the video that has had the most views of mine that I have ever made, that's over on the Foodquake channel. Has gone over 2 million views now. And I'll be doing a live stream on the Foodquake channel starting at 7:05 p.m. on Saturday. That would be the 3rd of April at 7:05 p.m. Pacific time. Maybe you want to tune in, I don't know. Might be late for you if you're back east or in Europe. Or if we go late and you're in Europe, you maybe we'll be able to catch the end of it. Oh. Let's just park this thing right. Oh, okay, that's about right. All right. Well, the Thursday night is done. This was the weeknight of the week. I only did about 235, and all the other nights were 300 or more. That's okay. I was not expecting, or I wasn't wanting to work that hard. It was my last night of the week anyway, so if it was more relaxed, that's okay. So I'm gonna slowly head towards the gas station, fuel up, drive a couple blocks to where I park, and then walk home. Talking to my mother on the phone. That is, if I can reach her. And then I'll get home and I'll stay on the phone with her while I prepare something to eat. Then after I get off the phone with her, I will edit this video and put it up. Have a couple glasses of whiskey and go to sleep. I would consider this week to be a success. Yeah. Oh, incidentally, on my Food Quig channel, if I haven't mentioned it yet, my video went, my viral video went up to 2 million views. I think it happened on Wednesday. When I looked at it, it was 2,032,000 views. And it was 2,100,000 and something last night before I went to work. I never would have believed that I'd cross that milestone of 2 million views. If you consider how many views I usually get on a video. I mean, some of them have done well, but these taxi vlogs, if I get, 40, that's pretty good. So, hope yours is better than mine.